Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about starting a business and to tell you how starting a business is like having a baby. My wife is currently pregnant and I see how she is with the pregnancy. Now she researches things about pregnancy. She thinks about pregnancy related things all throughout the day. She cares for our baby inside of her womb frequently, and she's pretty much completely devoted to our baby and the pregnancy. Now, starting a business is very similar to being pregnant and having a baby. Now, if you're watching this video and you have had a baby, I am in no way comparing the pain of having a baby, the physical pain, what you go through physically when you have a baby, when you give birth to a child, to starting a business. Starting a business is nothing in comparison to what a woman goes through physically when she has a baby. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actual idea of being pregnant and devoting pretty much your entire day to thinking about, caring for, looking after the baby, okay? Devoting your emotions and your thoughts to being pregnant and your baby. Starting a business is very similar. Now, let me explain myself before you jump to any conclusions, because I don't want this video to come across in the wrong way where people are saying that starting a business is harder than having a baby. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how they're similar. So let me explain myself fully. Now, a lot of people start a business. They think that they're going to have to devote 2 months, maybe 3 months, a couple of hours a day to starting this business, and it's going to succeed. Now, if you calculate the hours that a woman devotes to sort of throughout the pregnancy to caring for the child, and you do the math, it is probably like 14 hours a day for a solid 9.5 months, pretty much. So when you do the math, it's a lot of hours. And I'm just saying that if you want to start a business, you're going to have to at least devote that amount of time. You're going to have to think about your business. You're going to have to care for your business. You're going to have to research your business. You're going to have to work on your business every day, all day, and all night, and all evening, and all morning. That's the only way that it's going to work for 9 to 10 months. That's how you're going to succeed at starting a business. Just like how a pregnant woman cares for her child when it is in her womb and devotes pretty much her entire train of thought, all of her emotions, all of her actions are pretty much geared towards that baby. They're thinking about the baby all day, all night, all morning long, caring for the baby, making sure that the baby is okay. Many things that they do are selfless to benefit the baby. So they're doing extra work to benefit the baby. Things that don't benefit themselves, but they benefit the baby. When you start a business, you're going to have that same mentality. You're going to have to devote a lot of time, effort, and thought to starting that business. And by a lot, I mean 16, 18 plus hours a day for 10 months. And that's just to start the business. That's just to get the business to sort of be somewhat stable. I'm not talking about earning profit. I'm not talking about making money, relaxing on the beach like many people think business owners do. I'm just talking about getting that business started, getting your first handful of customers, getting your first consistent sales where you know that month after month you're going to be getting at least a decent amount of sales, enough to maintain your rent and keep your lights on and so forth, and your hosting fees and whatever else is included, and all of your, marketing fees and blah, blah, blah. So that's what it takes. And I'm here today to tell you that if you want to start a business, just to get it to take off and sort of maintain some sort of stability, you need to take on that mentality of, this is my baby. This is what I need to be working on. And that's what you need to do. Once again, I am by no means comparing a pregnancy to starting a business. Having a baby, giving birth to a child, being pregnant is much more consuming in a good way, not in a bad way, in a good way, much more consuming than starting a business, okay? Because when you have that child, it's a part of you. A business, you can throw away at any time. A child is a part of you, it's a part of your life. So I'm by no means comparing the two, saying that one is as consuming or as positively difficult in a positive way as the other, okay? Being pregnant, giving birth is on a whole different level. I'm comparing the number of hours that a woman devotes to thinking about that child, caring for that child when it is in her womb, to starting a business, the number of hours that the business owner must devote. That's all. I don't want this video to come across in the wrong way. By no means am I talking about them on the same level. Just the number of hours during the pregnancy and to sort of get a business to take off. That's what I'm talking about being related. If you want to start a business, be prepared to devote those hours. I'm telling you right now, you need to grind hard, often, all the time, all day, all night. That's just the way it is. If you're not willing to put in the work, I'm telling you, you should just don't start a business, because you're just going to contribute to the massive number of failed businesses and I'm not talking about failed businesses where people tried and the business just happened to fail because the idea wasn't the best and the person still worked really, really hard. I'm talking about failed businesses because the person was relaxing on a beach, going for coffee meetings downtown, spending too much time on Instagram and Facebook and blah, 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 surfing the web. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to contribute to those failed businesses. You don't want to be just another number, okay? Just another statistic. You don't want to be that. So instead of being just another statistic, get your body into gear, get your mind into gear, pour yourself a cup of coffee or whatever it takes, watch a motivational video for 5 minutes, and get to work, because that's what it takes. Devote 9 to 10 months, all day, night, morning, evening, in between, lunch hours, whatever you want to call it, to starting your business, and it will take off. Now, there's also another aspect to this. You can still get a business to take off if you only want to devote 5 hours a day, after work, right? You can still get a business to take off if you want to devote a limited number of hours, less hours than all day long, but it's going to take that much longer. So if I'm talking about devoting, let's say 15 hours a day on average, and it taking 10 months, then if you want to devote only 5 hours a day on average, then it's going to take 3 times as long. It'll take 30 months for the business to reach a stable level. Yes, 30 months. Yes, are you prepared to devote 30 months every single night and weekend for 5 hours a day on average to getting your business to take off? Are you? Because if you are, then go for it. If you're not, I don't know if you're cut out for it. You need to devote the time. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to motivate you to get out there and crush it. I'm not trying to be mean to turn you off from starting a business. I'm trying to motivate you, instead of saying, no, I'm not ready. No, don't say that to yourself. Instead of saying that, just say, I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to grind hard for 30 months, 5 hours a day, and then I'm going to be able to spend the rest of my life enjoying what I do, loving what I do, working for myself, getting new clients, making an unlimited amount of money. Can you imagine right now? Can you imagine that you're on a set income? Let's say you're making $4,000 a month. I'm just throwing out numbers. Can you imagine saying to yourself right now, I want to make $7,000 a month? No problem. Just work a little bit more, get more clients, develop more passive income in your business. Then you say, I want to make $10,000 a month. No problem. Keep doing it again and again and again, more and more and more. Then you say, I want to make $20,000 a month. You can make however much, you can make as much money as you want. You just got to work for it. It's that simple. You can start a business and make it as big as you want. You can develop a business legacy that lives on forever. You just have to work for it. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.